Ladies and gentlemen, over the years, I've covered a lot of games on Really Freaking Clever, and most of them have been great. But I think it's fair to say that every game I've covered so far has at least been good. I think that's an alright assessment to make. Today's game is, well... By now, the story of how Star Fox Adventures came to be is basically public knowledge. After a pretty good first game, a cancelled sequel, and then a perfect reimagining on the Nintendo 64, the Star Fox series was poised to become a franchise on equal footing with the Mario Brothers and The Legend of Zelda. Meanwhile, Rareware was considered one of the greatest game development teams in the business, having made classics such as Donkey Kong Country, Banjo-Kazooie, and GoldenEye within the span of a few years. So when it was announced that Rare's upcoming game, Dinosaur Planet, was actually going to be a Star Fox title for the GameCube, people were excited! There was just one problem. That doesn't look like a Star Fox game. That's a Zelda. And right off the bat, that's where people seem to form their opinions on Star Fox Adventures. They draw the line in the sand. The very idea of Fox McCloud being in a Zelda-style game, it's an irredeemable one to them. They don't think there's any way for it to work. And for a while, I kind of felt the same way, and then I got around to thinking that it's just like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It was a spin-off whenever everyone wanted a proper sequel. And there's no way that Star Fox Adventures could be a proper Star Fox game. Right? See, the Star Fox series has been described by Shigeru Miyamoto as being inspired by episodic adventures such as Thunderbirds or Saturday morning cartoons. It's a group of friends going on a bunch of adventures, saving the day in a huge variety of different situations. I mean, sure, there's the overarching goal of defeating Andross, but most of the fun in Star Fox 64 is in being surprised by what crazy set piece the next mission will bring. Will we be facing off against Starwolf again? Teaming up with some special guest star to sneak into an enemy base? Diving deep under the ocean to take out Andross's latest bioweapon? The variety on display in the first two Star Fox games is absolutely ridiculous in the best of ways. And with all of that said, Rareware seems like the perfect company to make a Star Fox game. Memorable levels and ridiculous set pieces are practically their defining features as a developer. So yeah, at first it seems like taking Fox out of the cockpit is a terrible idea. But let's look at the title of the game, shall we? Adventures. Star Fox Adventures. Rare's goal with this game wasn't just to repeat what Star Fox 64 had already done. They wanted to expand on this concept of constant variety, and to do that, they had to bring Fox out of his R-Wing. We'd already accomplished everything that could be done in a vehicle, so this Zelda-like style of gameplay was a good fit for putting Fox in all sorts of new situations that, again, wouldn't be out of place in a Saturday morning cartoon. This is the episode where Fox enters a hoverbike race. This is the episode where Fox adopts a pet dinosaur. This is the episode where Fox has to plan a prison escape. Once again, the amount of variety in this game is astonishing, and the goal for this design, even back when it was still called Dinosaur Planet, seemed to be to take the idea of Ocarina of Time and add that special blend of variety and personality that only Rare could, just like Banjo-Kazooie had already done to the Mario 64 formula. And yes, while people can argue that this could have worked just as well without turning Dinosaur Planet into a Star Fox game, I don't think it's that huge an issue. Star Fox was always about variety and pulp sci-fi adventure. This just took that to the next level, and simply calling it a Zelda ripoff isn't doing the concept justice. The game I've just described for you is what I truly believe Rareware was going for when they developed Star Fox Adventures. And if they had 100% succeeded, this is where the episode would end. I'd call it another Rareware classic and end with and that was really freaking clever, and we'd be done. But unfortunately, we've got to address the other elephant in the room. This game isn't exactly finished. For all the praise I've just given it, Star Fox Adventures still has a lot of problems. The voice acting is flat out bizarre, none of the enemies have much variety, and worst of all, the game's pacing and plot setup is all over the place. Crystal gets told about needing to collect 6 Krazoa spirits at the very start of the game, then Fox gets told about 4 different MacGuffins that need to be taken to separate temples, before the Krazoa spirits just randomly become relevant again over the course of a single cutscene. It's weird, to say the least. Parts of this game are so oddly constructed that making fun of it has become a fad on YouTube over the years, and again pushes forward the narrative that Star Fox should stay in their ships, damn it! However, almost none of these issues are directly related to the game's design, and are instead the result of simply running out of time in development. Stock sound effects, a lack of death animations, these are all things that could have gotten better with just a bit more time to work on the game. Something that I believe even could have benefited the pacing if it had just a little bit more time to cook. Sadly, with the Microsoft buyout happening a mere 3 days after release, Star Fox Adventure's days were numbered from the beginning. Because of all this, I'm a bit stumped on where my final opinion on this game lies. If I had to give an actual review, I don't think I'd call it a good game. There's just too many nitpicky things wrong with it for there to be an enjoyable experience overall. But there are some great ideas here. Having to travel through the broken remains of each planet chunk before you can land, giving you a tease of that area's theme. Having a sidekick that actually contributes to your adventure and can be upgraded as well as Fox can. Dungeons that had ongoing story arcs and characters years before any other Zelda game would attempt this. I think it's important that if I continue to make episodes of this show, to not just look at games that pulled everything off perfectly. RFC can't just be about masterpieces, and it's important to recognize good ideas when we see them, even if the rest of the game falls kind of flat because it had to be rushed out the door. Star Fox Adventures took some risks, but unlike the majority of people, I would still consider it a proper Star Fox game because that subtitle, that Adventures label, gets to the core of what, to me, the Star Fox games are really about. Even if it didn't 100% work as planned, I admire a game that was ambitious enough to take Fox out of his R-Wing, place him on an alien world, and give us one last taste of Rare's constant whirlwind of variety on a Nintendo console. And that, despite its flaws, is really freaking clever. Hey there, did you enjoy this video? Then why not hit that like button, because that's the thing to do if you want to help out the channel. And if you're not subscribed, why not subscribe to Really Freaking Clever? We're the home of this show, we're the home of the 64 Things Wrong series, home of White Dude Game Review Show, all sorts of different things on this channel. And if you want to keep up with like what I'm doing and get like sneak peeks of what the next video is going to be, why don't you follow me on Twitter? There's like links to all my social media stuff down in the description box below. That's a deep voice. I'm going to do the rest of this outro in a deep voice because I can. It's not that deep, but it's deep enough, I suppose. This is not my normal mode of talking. My normal mode of talking is quite a bit higher. So yeah, how are you guys doing? I'm not used to talking for so long like this. This is kind of nice. Maybe I'll just do this from now on in all my videos. It'll be like, and that is the reason that Star Fox Adventures was really freaking clever. Oh, that was so low that like my voice nearly gave out there. Clever, clever, clever. Now I'm a dog. I'm a deep-voiced dog. Woof woof. Give me a bone. Not a sexual bone, but a regular bone that a dog would eat. I probably didn't have to specify the sexual thing. Now this is weird. Now I'm just going to have to talk like this forever and go into hiding so no one will know who the Batman is. Bye! Look at this chest. Do you see this chest? This is a good chest. It's got a Linkle on it. Linkle me, Linkle you. Everybody's in the Linkle crew. Linkle rap. She's like Link, but a girl. What if Zelda was a girl? Zelda is a girl. Now Link's a girl. Linkle. Boink boink. Ew. Ooh. I didn't mean to hit that. Oops. Bye.